Before I ask you anything, I just want to say real quick, congratulations on this movie, Rosario, because I watched it yesterday and I loved it. This is totally my
Oh,
show.
thank you so much. I watched it. I watched a few takes a few cuts before. I haven't seen like the latest cut, so I'm excited to see it again.
Sure, sure. I think it turned out so good. I was so into it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So to start, I just kind of want to ask about how it was that you got involved in this project, Rosario. Kind of what stood out to you the most when you read the script for the first time and learned that you were going to be playing the lead character in this movie?
Well, to start, I had never done horror before, so
Mhm.
I was gonna dip my toes into something that was gonna be challenging for me and exciting for me. And I'm not a big horror fan because I'm such a scaredy cat. And when I turn off the lights, I run to my bedroom and just like hope that nothing is after me.
Uh-huh.
But it was such a fun experience, being Latina and leading a horror film. I think we're still paving the way for lead Latinas in the horror film, and more than anything, I was excited for that, for my community to represent, and also to challenge the challenge of something else. I'm basically alone in the whole film, so I had to really carry it, and yeah, I was just excited to try something new.
Sure. No, definitely. And there's a couple of specific moments in this movie I want to talk to you about because a whole lot of stuff happens. Um, One of them is kind of when your character is underneath this bed and all these hands start coming through the mattress. And not long after that, you get completely covered in like goop. So I'm just kind of curious how it filming that, and was it hard to like
It
stay?
was it was really fun. It was actually really, really fun. So the hands, we had about 10 extras on top of the bed, and they all were dipping their hands through holes that were on the bed, on the
Sure.
mattress.
Uh-huh.
And these people were so kind, they didn't want to touch me. And I was like, no, you guys need to pull me. You guys need to grab me because if not, it's not going to look as scary. So it took us a couple of takes to get them a little comfortable with grabbing me and pulling me.
Sure.
And then, the director, Felipe Vargas, is always, making sure that me and the entire cast and crew is good. So he's like, "Are you okay with having like all this goo thrown on you? Like it'll be the last scene of the day." And I'm like, "Go for it! Like I just want you to drench all of that." And I mean, not to spoil any movie magic, but there's like a little tube that all this like water comes out of, and you think it's like the monster throwing up, but it's really coming out from the side of her mouth.
Okay, sure. Interesting.
Yeah,
Gotcha. It's
yeah.
it's really convincing. It kind of grossed me out for a second, but it looked like it was probably fun to film. So there's another part that kind of happens before that that really got to me too, because I have a thing for bugs, especially like crawling around in your skin. Like ticks are the scariest thing in the world to me. And there's that part when like the bug kind of comes out and goes under your hand and through the skin, and
Yeah, the
that
worm.
made me squirm a lot. What was it like filming that moment?
It was really, really scary because these worms actually have a handler that takes care of them, and that, there was no worm was harmed during filming this movie. So they can only work for a certain amount of takes, and when they've already worked too much, the handler removes them and puts them in cold like ice, and then she brings out like the warmer worms. But I'm gonna have to give credit to my stand-in, my double, that like she was the one that was able to pull it out of her ear, and
That got to me.
just playing with it. I was really scared. Why is it that we're scared of these little things?
Uh-huh. I don't know. It's just the idea of them crawling around. I can't do that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
that part was super freaky. And then kind of later on in the movie, this corpse that your character is kind of with the whole time starts to come to life, and it looks really scary. I'm just kind of wondering, was that like all practical effects, and kind of what was your reaction when like you saw what it was going to look like alive in front of you like that?
Yeah, so we had the real actress. She's a Colombian actress, and we also had a dummy. And so we were playing a little bit with both. I mean, when I just try to be as present as possible when we're shooting all these scenes, and I really want to commend like the hair and makeup team and the that really just put all of this together with hair and makeup, and Without them, I don't think the movie would have been as great as it is. And yeah, I mean, Abuela is scary, right? Who doesn't have a scary Abuela sometimes? It's like, what are you doing in there, Abuela?
Sure. Totally. And I just kind of love this movie because it really felt like an old school throwback to like a certain kind of horror movie that we don't see too often. Like it is just you alone in this apartment and kind of reacting to all the scary stuff. It reminded me a lot of just like Sam Raimi movies and everything like that. So now that you've done horror, I'm kind of curious, are you like interested in staying in this genre, or is this like a one and done for you? Was it too much?
No, I want more blood on my face. Bring it on. I want to be like all red. I want to feel like a red monster walking. I thought it was really fun. I think that you have a lot you could explore so many things. And I would really love to just keep, working in this genre amongst many others, but this is definitely one that I really, really enjoyed.
Sure, sure, definitely. And I wanted to ask you about David Dastmalchian too, because every time I see him, he's so cool, and he's such a fun presence in horror movies, and his character's fun in here, and the two of you have kind of like a really good, interesting back and forth. So what was it like, kind of just working with him as a scene partner in those moments?
I've been a huge fan of his. When he could be on screen for 2 seconds or for the whole film, and he immediately traps you. That's how incredibly great he is. I'm so thankful that he wanted to do this, that he enjoyed the script. He's just an amazing actor just by being on camera. Like what he brings in from within, it's really great. And yeah, I'm excited for everyone to see his performance as well because I think it's something different that he hasn't really done before.
Uh-huh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I liked how you couldn't really read his character, how that was going to go for a long time, and the two of you sell it really well.
thank you.
And I also just wanted to ask you about the director, Felipe Vargas, because he's making his feature film directorial debut here. Kind of what was your impression of working with him? Was he like super hands-on, or did he kind of just give you space to do your own thing in this movie?
It's a little bit of both, you know. What he really did was create a space where I felt really comfortable and everybody else felt really comfortable with expressing how we felt with certain takes and really listening and letting us play and working with us and also giving me a note that I didn't even think about. So it was really collaborative. It was really from the heart. He loves this genre. I mean, he was telling me stories of when he had his little puppy and he would dress the puppy and record all these like horror films with the puppy when he was just a kid. And to me, it's just working with someone that loves this genre. He even said he took some things from set and they're just laying next to his bedside. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, so he's really involved in this genre. And I just love working with someone that is so passionate because you just want to give it your all.